98.7 WZXR. This is JD, and it's always great to have musicians in and talk to them. We got that music collective in from time to time. And right now, I'm talking to Emily Hulslander, who's a local girl, but she goes by Emme, correct?
Yes.
And you now live in New York, is that right?
I do, yep.
You've been to Berklee School of Music?
I did. I graduated a few years ago, and I've been in New York the past couple of years.
Yeah. And so, how did you get started in music? You said something here about the Temptations. You was with their manager when you were 16. You sang.
Yeah, well, they came to Williamsport. They were playing at the Community Arts Center, and my friend's mother worked at the Genetti, and she was, they were staying there, so she got to talk to them, and they're like, if your daughter wants to come up and sing, let us know. And so she was my friend, and she told me, she's like, I don't want to sing, but you should go up and sing. So I ended up going up on stage and singing My Girl, just like 30 seconds, and afterwards the manager came up to me and he said, most of the time we bring people up, they're kind of bad, but like you sounded good, like I want you to send me a demo. And at that point I hadn't really started writing any music, so I figured, instead of sending him covers, I'd just try to write my own song. And so he's kind of the main reason why I started songwriting.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and then a couple of years later I kind of got more serious about it and ended up applying to Berklee and getting in and I went through their songwriting program, which was really quite rigorous, but really helped me to write better songs. So. And
now, as a performer, what have you been doing as far as you record an EP?
Yeah, I did.
Right? Talk about that for a minute.
Songs Volume 1, yep. I was working with a producer out in Rye, New York, so I used to commute on the train like an hour and a half each way, and he had a really nice home studio set up. And I just kind of took all of my songs that I'd written at that point and picked 5 that I thought worked cohesively together, and I really wanted to get a good production on, and it was quite the process. It was a learning process for both of us, but ended up being a really good piece of work that I feel proud of today. So I'm glad I went through it and learned a lot about the whole production process and recording, and it's kind of terrifying in a way as an artist to put your name on something and put it out in the universe and timestamp it, but it needs to be done if you want people to hear your music.
It's also a process of letting the songs go, right?
Yes.
Because, are these really ready? And you could spend
exactly.
Years re-recording it.
Exactly. No, I completely agree. I think with art in general, I'm sure there's painters that look at certain paintings they've done and said, oh man, I kind of want to add this shade here or this line. And with songs, when are they ever fully done? I'm sure you can go back and listen and say, I kind of wish I had changed that line, but at some point you just have to say this is what it is, and if the response is good through your friends and your trusted ears, you just set it out, and the rest is not up to you anymore,
And according to what I was reading about you, that the Beatles was one of your first influences.
Oh yeah, correct? Yeah, my parents' house was always filled with Beatles. I think Paul McCartney is my favorite living musician, and his sense of melody is just something that I've always really tried to capture. I think the melody is the most important part of the song, and it's what people remember, and it's what people can latch on to. I mean, they latch on to lyrics too, but for me, it's always been about the melody.
That hook, brings them in.
The chorus, the beautiful little hooks throughout songs.
Yeah, listen to Fugitive, one of the songs on your EP, and there's a great hook in there. It's actually a keyboard hook that I noticed in there.
Oh, yeah? Yeah,
the melody.
Kind of plinky piano part.
Yeah, exactly.
Very, very Winehouse, yeah.
So how was music in Williamsport? How did you get started in addition to the Temptations? But you said you were in a band. You were in here 8 years ago?
Yeah.
And, different style of music at that time.
I was. I came in, so I left Williamsport at 18 to go to Boston for college, and then every time I'd come home I'd play somewhere, whether the West Branch School Fair or Franco's or some sort of music venue, and they've always been incredibly welcoming to me coming home, which is really great. And then a couple years ago I was touring with a reggae ska band, and we did one of the downtown 4th of July events, and one of the guys here was like, hey, you guys want to come in tomorrow and do a couple songs? And it was that easy, and it was really great. It's always nice to come home because I feel very welcomed here, and everyone's very, very supportive of live music and local acts, especially. So it's pretty easy to get a bunch of gigs lined up and get myself back in the performing mode when I come home. So
that's great. This is JD, WZXR, Susquehanna Valley's home of rock and roll, interviewing Emily Hulslander, and she's playing tonight out at the Cloud 9, 7 o'clock, and that's your EP. You're going to be out there selling those out there as well?
I actually didn't get physical copies made, but it's available online. I always tell people to go to Bandcamp, look up Emme, E-M-M-E. The Bandcamp's great because it goes directly to the artist. iTunes is great too, but you know, a lot of those bigger companies take a percentage, so you know.
Gotcha.
If I'm being you
have to look out for it. That's important.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'd like to hear one of the songs if
sure.
the listeners would as well. So what would you like to play?
This song is called "Till We Run Out of Road," and it's kind of just a fantasy about two kids hitting the road, getting out of their hometowns.
Okay, great. This is Emme off of her EP, Songs Volume 1.
I've got some money in the bank. You grab the smokes, I'll fill the tank. Anywhere is better than here. You got your damage, I've got mine. Daddy can't hurt what he can't find. Anywhere is better, my dear. Baby, just try all through the night. Let's go till we run out of a road. You toss the map, I'll spin the globe. Anywhere it lands is where we'll go. We can just start over and over. Baby, just drive all through the night. Let's go till we run out of road. I'll be just fine with you by my side. Let's go till we run out of road. I've got a suitcase, no paper what we make. We've got no idea what's coming. I know you're scared, but you shouldn't care, 'cause you can't be lost when you don't know where you're going. So just drive all through the night. Let's go till we run out of road. I'll be just fine with you by my side. Let's go till we run out of road. I'll be just fine with you by my side. Let's go till we run out of road. Baby, let's go.
That's Emme with Run Out of Road, the title of the song. This is JD, Wzxr, the Susquehanna Valley's home of rock and roll. She's performing tonight with Sean Farley at Cloud 9. The show starts at 7 o'clock, $10. And what can they expect tonight if they come out to the show?
Ooh, well, lots of my originals and some covers, and Sean's beautiful guitar playing and vocals helping the songs come alive. So
Not a bad picker yourself. Tell me about that guitar. That's a really nice black guitar right there.
you know what? I got this off Craigslist. It is a Martin, but I got a little concerned because during the summer I had my capo up top, and when I took it off, the gold lettering was off, and I was like, oh my god, it's a fake! You know, but then I took it to Guitar Center, and they're like, no, this is a Martin. It's just, you know, kind of on their lower tier, but it plays great, it It feels great. It sounds great. I just got a Breed Love in New York that I decided not to bring on this road trip, but I love this guitar. Yeah, and when I play electric, it's usually a Fender Strat, and I like playing electric too, but I decided to bring this in today. So.
We'll do that next time you come in. You can do a little rock.
Yeah.
Hey, so one question I have: where else are you playing at before you leave town?
Woo! So tonight's at Cloud 9, and then Friday night I'll be doing mostly covers at Rumrunners from 10 to 12, and then Saturday mix of both again at Franco's Lounge, 9:30 to 11.
Awesome.
Or 9:30 to 12. Yeah.
Well, that's great. Well, Emme's going to be out there with Sean Farley tonight at Cloud 9, starting at 7 o'clock. $10 to get in. She recently released an EP, and she's going to be playing all over the place while she's in town. This is JD at Rock 99.3, 103.7 Wzxr. We're in a no-repeat work day. It's time to get back to it with ELP and Lucky Man.